After a thrilling episode last week, we reached the halfway point for Star Trek's latest series. However, how do we feel about the series so far? Star Trek Strange New Worlds Episode 5, titled Spock Amok, airs this week. Already we're getting a glimpse of what looks to be a fun, friendly episode for Strange New Worlds. Beam down as we've got promotional pictures, preview trailers, and a clip for the upcoming episode. As a heads up, as per usual, we'll be showing you the latest preview trailers and more, so if you don't want spoilers, turn away now. Welcome to Trek Central, I'm your host Captain Jack. Now before we do warp into a video, if you want to keep up to date on all the latest Star Trek news, lore and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from myself and the team here at Trek Central. We're on our way to 100k subscribers, can you help us do it? You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Star Trek universe. As always, please let us know what you think in the video comment section below, because if you're talking about Star Trek, then of course we want to hear about it. Okay, engage. Right, let's talk about the teaser trailer for this week's episode of Strange New Worlds. If you want to watch it, we've linked it on our website and it should be region free. Paramount is still blocking teaser trailers worldwide for some reason, unless you're in the United States. Sadly, we can't actually show it to you in the video, else you wouldn't be watching this if you're worldwide. I know, right? You know, when Paramount Plus arrives in more regions, I hope they stop this region locking BS, as it's getting rather tiring for many fans around the world at this point. Anyway, link in the description if you want to watch, but let's break it down. The good news is we're back at Starbase 1. Based on last week's episode, I'm going to guess the USS Enterprise is under repair at the station. Likely the crew are also getting some shore leave, as last week was rather intense for many of them. Personally, I'm thinking a downtime episode works really well for the midpoint of this first season. We're getting to see our crew more relaxed and learn more about them personally. While zooming in, we hear the Enterprise has a security breach. Both La'an and Number 1 investigate, which reveals two apparent crew members are boarding this ship. One of these crew members is a member of the Bolian species. Bolians have been seen many times in the Star Trek universe, but it's always fantastic to see more legacy species back in Strange New Worlds and modern Star Trek in general. There's also a beautiful shot of the Enterprise docked, but also some unique looking alien ship docked next to it. Perhaps these are the aliens who Pike will be negotiating with in this episode. It certainly appears to be a Star Trek we've not seen on screen before, but it does look fantastic. I mean, just look at it. Nurse Chapel is seen discussing relationships with T'Pring, wife of Mr. Spock. We're aware that this episode is mainly about Spock's relationship with T'Pring, ever since the announcement, which Trek Central broke, that actress Gia Sandu would portray T'Pring. Many have wondered how their relationship would be shown on screen, given we know how it ends up. Well, it appears this episode is going to do just that. It does appear that the pair are having relationship issues right now. I mean, this was seen in the first episode, to be honest. To solve this, they're going to try Vulcan soul sharing. Perhaps this would explain the Ready Room clip we'll talk about in a moment, as well as that scene of Spock fighting himself, it would seem. La'an and Number 1 appear to be running weapon drills on board the Enterprise, as both are doing some sort of Western-style shootout. The good news is that we're seeing other members of the crew out and about doing their own thing. An example of this is Dr. Mbenga is dressed in fishing gear. I love that for him. Maybe he's taking his daughter out for a day out. I imagine she could at least go out for a little bit to see the domes of Starbase 1 before having to return to the transporter. We do get a brief glimpse of Pike negotiating with the unknown alien race, as La'an watches in the background. Given we are at Starbase 1, I wonder if we'll see Robert April again. Actor Adrian Holmes, who played him, did confirm he has filmed additional scenes for Star Trek Strange New Worlds, so I imagine this is a perfect opportunity to actually see him on screen again. During more flash scenes, we see T'Pring hitting a man, all while Nurse Chapel watches in shock, and rightly so. Spock can be seen talking to Captain Pike saying, "I do not like hijinks," referring to what T'Pring says to Nurse Chapel. What's rather interesting and kind of weird is Pike is dressed in green during this scene, likely he's taking part in something to help Spock. Look, am I the only one who doesn't like the green? It looks weird in my opinion. Anyway, that's for the teaser trailer, what do you think of it? So, Paramount PR have dropped promotional pictures for this week's Star Trek Strange New Worlds episode, this being episode 5, Spock Amok. On screen right now, we've got some great looks at our characters who will appear in this week's episode. However, can we take a moment to appreciate Starfleet putting its logo on everything? Zooming in here, even the wine glasses have them. I mean, it's a missed marketing opportunity here for Paramount and Star Trek merchandise. I'd buy a wine glass on it. Would I? I'm not sure. I need another mug though. Anyway, there are some great shots of both T'Pring and Mr. Spock. While not seen in the trailer, we also see Ortega's enjoying a glass of wine with Nurse Chapel. In fact, it looks more like a cocktail rather than anything else. Fancy Star Trek cocktails, that's all we want in life, isn't it? I could do with one right now. It's only 10 to 12, oh well. So, the Ready Room clip. Well, this week's Ready Room preview clip gives us a scene we've been expecting. Of course, since we first thought that Gia Sandu would appear as T'Pring, we've been waiting to see more of her and Spock. However, it seems episode 1 of Strange New Worlds was only the start of this. Her character is back this week, and it appears both Spock and T'Pring are confronting relationship problems as the teaser trailer explains. During the clip, we see Spock during some sort of dream sequence preparing to fight himself. Additionally, it would appear Spock's screen time in this episode revolves around his marriage to T'Pring. Thanks to starting the original series, we know this never goes to plan anyway. Though the idea of Vulcan soul sharing, now that's pretty cool, and perhaps would explain why both these characters are apart in the episode. Perhaps they're learning more about each other. You can see the use of the AR wall in this scene. It's really used in modern Star Trek to make Vulcan landscapes and such to bring a planet to life. Honestly, it works really well for Vulcan as a planet, I think. You only have to look at Star Trek Discovery Seasons 3 and 4 to see how well this is actually used on screen. And no matter what you actually think of the Discovery series, the AR wall does really bring its alien sets to life, and it does look beautiful. So as I mentioned before, the fact we're getting a downtown episode for the mid-season point of Strange New Worlds has the potential to work really well. If the episode's writing holds up and the story is as strong as it's been presented, that would be fantastic. Along with this type of episode, it allows us to get a better understanding and a look at our current cast of characters for the series. One thing that is notably missing in modern Star Trek is the type of episodes where the crew get up to random things away from the main plot and such. Like take Star Trek Voyager's holodeck episodes. While a little goofy at times and not following the main plot of getting home, they allowed us to explore and learn more about the characters of the show, such as Tom Paris, Ensign Harry Kim, and of course Commander Chakotay. This episode really has the potential to do the same. The first 5 episodes have given us a really good dose of the current cast, but we can always get more. Having personal time when the crew are not on the job allows us to discover who they actually are. For example, I know we're likely to be learning a bit more about who Nurse Chapel is and what she gets up to. It would be perfect timing if this turns out correct, and I'll explain why if it actually does turn out correct in our episode 5 review coming on Thursday. I wonder how well Spock and T'Pring's relationship will be explored. However, we're also getting a chance to explore more Vulcan traditions. This soul exploring or trading is going to be rather interesting, especially as we see Spock fighting himself. Personally, I am very much looking forward to that. Either way, I'm very much looking forward to exploring more of the crew in general. It is something that's needed for shows so we can connect with our characters. Though saying this, Strange New Worlds has done a good job of this already. We've had almost dedicated episodes to each character so far. Episode 1 was arguably Pike, Episode 2 was Uhura, Episode 3 was Number 1, and Episode 4 was Lan. More of the crew are likely to get dedicated episodes later on in the first season. As an example of this, Episode 5 is Spock's dedicated episode, though I'm still keen to explore more of Pike's story, and of course Hemmer and Dr. Mbenga. Star Trek Strange New Worlds Episode 5 Spock Amok airs this Thursday via Paramount Plus in the United States, Australia and Latin America and the Nordics. Do note, in some regions it may air a day later like Latin America, so keep that in mind and feel free to update us in the comments if any of this is inaccurate currently. Additionally, it will air on the CTV Sci-Fi channel and Crave streaming in Canada, plus Voot Select in India, TVNZ in New Zealand, and Cosmic TV in Greece. Additionally, the streaming service will also land in the UK and Ireland on June 22nd, 2022. So, what do you think of the upcoming episode of Strange New Worlds? It is looking really interesting in my opinion. Though, will it be entertaining as a downtime episode? We'll have to wait till Thursday to learn more, but make sure to let us know what you think in the comment section below as per usual. If you do want to keep up to date on the latest Star Trek news, lore and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Trek Central. You can also follow us on social media or join our community Discord server. For now, I've been Captain Jack, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. Live long and prosper my friends, goodbye.